Okay, so today is the 20th, 21st. I think it's the 20th. And we're going to be doing our maintenance today. That's just going to be the water change and a couple of corrections. So the Taiwan lily is not doing great. I mean, it's doing fine, but we should have done what I had said in the other video and just traced them down and cut those tops to let the lowers to kind of take its place. But we did a reset on that plant, and it didn't take well. It didn't get happy, or it made it mad rather. And you can see a lot of the lilies are kind of behind these plants, but they're up in the foam that, of course, we're going to clean today. And it picked up, looks kind of like green spot. But I just know those leaves have taken a hit, so it kind of just got some algae on it. And unfortunately, with those leaves throwing, it's left gaps in it. So you can see some new growth here, and hopefully in a couple of days that will fill in. But I don't think it's going to, and we don't have any extra because we sold it all off. But that's okay. What can we do? Again, we don't expect to do very well with this tank being so fast put together. Today, we are going to take a few of these Rotala stems here on the right and move them just a little bit over to the left to have this more like an overhang, so it looks like it's actually going behind a plant. And that should, when we put them in, it'll get it a little more even, and we'll just let that go. There's a couple of areas that do need to be spot dosed. The spot dose last week didn't do that well. It didn't damage the plant or anything. It just didn't get it cleared up. So we're going to do that again today. I think we are going to trim just a little bit of this just to get it like a little tighter. You can see how just in those few days from the first trim, it's already coming up nicely. And it looks a little loosey-goosey, so we're just going to tighten that up. I should have gone a little harder on the trim on this, but I was fearful that it wouldn't get the height that I wanted. So maybe I'll do some shaping on it and maybe have it lower on the side and just kind of leave it to here. And I think within a few days, the plant's been doing this, is it grows a nice new healthy tops. You can just kind of see how it's kind of green here and the pinks are top. I was hoping to avoid that, but what can we do? Really, I would have to really push the light higher. And then risk causing some type of algae bloom because the tank is still kind of, newish, 3 months on this substrate, maybe a little bit more now. And it seemed like every time I tried to get that light up, some algae would form. So the tank is just not 100% stable yet. We're going to go ahead and get all the roots on this stargrass. It's actually starting to grow. It's hitting the surface now. So my wife will do it. I won't do it because I have shaky hands and nor the patience. And she'll go in and she'll clip all those little white roots off. We'll take a few of these that don't look as great or have been broken off the Blexia here and just bring, take them down and just kind of do a quick little like that to pull them off. I was hoping to get a little more pink. It's actually kind of losing the pink. And I remember early on we tried this in the back right and it didn't want to get it as pink. Maybe it has something to do with the light. If I could have the 120 going well, I know it gets very, very, very red. So in this light, it's not quite doing that, but that's okay, because it's still, got that brownish look to it. So it fills that role. We have one stem in the 75 of the Augustum folia. You can kind of just see the algae right here. We kind of spot dosed those, but it really didn't work well. So what we might have to do is pull one out and put that healthy, nice one in. And maybe we just take these and rotate them 180 because the leaves towards the glass that are in more shadow don't have algae, and we'll just rotate it just to give the illusion. Fingers crossed, the limno over here does get taller. I'm hoping to get it up to the surface. It's growing about an inch a day, and I say it's got a good 8 inches left, so it might leave us a little short. We'll reset the limno. It's growing super well. It's doing really nice, so we'll reset that again. And I don't know if we're going to do it today, maybe tomorrow. We'll go ahead and swap to the stricta. Like I mentioned before, every time we put a hygrophila type of plant in here, it gets a little upset and gets algae, so I just want to get it in, get it to where it doesn't look freshly planted, and then snap our final shot. The purple repens looks great, nothing to worry about there. So really it's just this one, do we cut it now, trim it, shape it, and maybe, you know, have it lower and going higher or something like that. I don't want to get fruit standy. Which, if you don't know what that means, like, you know, if you go to the supermarket and you see a fruit display, you know, it's like red, yellow, green apples, kind of, you know, like layers or racetracks of color. So I'm trying to avoid that. So yeah, everything's really kind of counting down towards this Taiwan lily getting a little taller and filling in, but I just don't think we're going to achieve that. So yeah, that's kind of where we are, unfortunately, with it. Yeah, so update on the 120. I'm not going to show it. It's just terrible, and I think I've reached the point where I'm going to abandon the tank. I talked to my wife, and I think some months down the road, we are going to buy a smaller tank, not gallon-wise, but size-wise. I think that one's about 60 inches long. There was another, it's a water box, and it's just for fresh water, no no overflows, nothing like that. And we will just buy a nice canister filter for it and actually move it out of our living room and into the spare bedroom where the other farm tanks are, and just doing it there. And that way it's out of the living room. Start fresh, all new black diamond blasting sand, skimmers and all that, and we'll just hijack the Weak Aqua lights. We have 3 of them. We'll only need 2 for that tank, and just go that route. I think it's like $1,800 plus shipping. It's a nice low iron glass tank, comes with the stand, and I have all the CO2 and everything, so that's pretty much the only additional price will be a nice canister filter for its size. I think it's 120 gallons. And probably what we'll do is we'll just give away or sell very cheap this tank as needs repairs, but we'll sell all the pumps and everything with it. So it could be set up without a repair, or just someone that can do some quick silicone on it, because that's all it needs is just a cosmetic silicone fixing and a scrub out or whatnot. So yeah, that's the plan, maybe 7 months down the road or something like that, because it's just, I don't know what's wrong with it. I have no clue. The only other thing we could do on it maybe is a full-on blackout, and that we might try that to, not have to spend additional money. But we got to figure out what we'll use to actually black it out. And we would do probably like a 4-day blackout on it, just feed the fish real well, and then black it out. But that's it. All right, so I will update you on this tank after we get done today. It's going to be a long day. We do not have to sell plants today, but we do have to change 4 tanks of water and then work on the 120 quite a bit, and it's scrub down again and all that. It's kind of just right back to where it started. So I'm literally done with it. I'm tired of trying to get it fixed. Where we've done the same stuff on this tank, and it's fixing. It's got some issues. But, again, it's not till the 6-month mark that I'm like, okay, this should be rock solid now, and everything should be doing well with no problems. It should be an autopilot. So I think we're almost there with this one. 120, I feel like I'm not going to do another year of what we've been doing. It's just not going to happen. All right, we'll see you in a little bit with all of this done. Okay, we're all finished up. There is no more time. Today is Thursday, so this is going to be pretty much the final thing. You can see what we've done. We moved the stargrass over as a curtain. It looks okay. Yeah, not my favorite thing, but again, we're just kind of back to what big plants we have. We moved the stricta in. I really dig that. Going forward, I want to try and work with that plant some more, and hopefully keep it algae free in this tank, and play with it more, make it like more massive and wider and such. It looks like the dosing on, we did a soak and some spot dose on the Belexia, and it looks like it's dying off. so it's not so predominant. So that's kind of a win. We did go in and thin it just a little bit for the raggedy leaves. There's a few there. There's still some, a little bit of algae on it, but should be okay. We had like 2 small things of Taiwan lily. We put them in to kind of fill in the Taiwan lily, and it looks like it did pretty good. We did even up some of the stems, so it has like a crown on the Rotala. It's not perfect, but I think we're just going to go with it. We put in cherry hygrophila in the back right corner because we moved the stargrass out of there. I think I will do one more tweak on that right before we shoot the picture on Saturday. And we did pull up this plant, cut all the bottoms, and reset it. So it looks like a little bedhead kid right here, but that's fine. And we did just shorten the clino just a bit and kind of put a different little tweak on it on the right. It looks kind of odd there, and I know that's going to be brought up, but it's still, whatever. It is what it is. So here's the tank, guys. Yeah, one more adjustment just to bring that larger leaf, Hygrophila cherry leaf, over into right about here and have it kind of flowing up and over. And that's going to be it. We're going to hope we shortened the Limno aquatica enough that in 2 days it doesn't hit the water line. Rotala should be good. Yeah, we kind of have a little bit of an arc here, like going like that at the top. That will definitely be get dinged. You don't want to do that, and you don't want to have concave either. Yep. Oh, and we did spot dose just a little bit into the gravel to get it real nice and black and nice. And we did the turbo scrape of the glass. We took it down to the edge and just a little bit further. Just if you do that, be careful you don't scratch down there. Yeah, and we trimmed the street, and it's got some white leaves and all the algae's turning white, so that's going to show up in the final shot, and we're going to get dinged on those areas. But all in all, with the time frame, not thinking that we were going to do this, and we did it anyways, I think that's pretty cool. It's a win. All right, I'll leave you with the tank for just a few seconds, and let me know what you think.